I hope you'll go along with this rather unusual setting and the fact that I remain seated when I get introduced, and the fact that I'm going to come to you mostly through this medium here for the rest of the show. And I should tell you that I'm backed up by quite a staff of people between here and Menlo Park, where Stanford Research is located, some 30 miles south of here. And if every one of us does our job well, it'll all go very interesting, I think. The research program that I'm going to describe to you is quickly characterizable by saying, if in your office you as an intellectual worker were supplied with a computer display backed up by a computer that was alive for you all day and was instantly responsive, instantly responsive to every action you had, how much value could you derive from that? Well, this basically characterizes what we've been pursuing for many years in what we call the Augmented Human Intellect Research Center at Stanford Research Institute. Now, the whole session is going to be devoted to trying to describe and present to you the nature of this program. But unfortunately, or fortunately, the products of this program, the technology of it, lends itself well to an interesting way to portray it for you. So we're going to try our best to show you rather than tell you about this program. A very essential part of what we have developed technologically is what does come through this display to us. And I'm going to start out without telling you very much about the program and just run through a little bit of the action that this provides us. So in my office, I have a console like this, and there are 12 others that are computer supplies, and we try nowadays to do our daily work on here. So this characterizes the way I could sit here and look at a completely blank piece of paper. That's the way I start many projects. So with my system, that's a good start. I'll sit here and say, I'd like to load that in. So, very sorry about that. So I'm putting in an entity called a statement, and that's full of other entities called words. And if I make some mistakes, I can back up a little bit. So I have a statement with some entities' words, and I can do some operations on these. I can copy a word. I can say that word like copy after itself. In fact, that pair of words I'd like to copy after itself, and I can just do this a few times and get a bit of material there. And there are other entities like text. Say after there, I'd like to copy from that entity point to that point, and it'll copy it. Great. So I could get myself some material on my blank piece of paper.
The same old jive that's been run down for the past 300 years. If y'all so wise and heavy, why didn't you join us back in the beginning? No, you just go back and tell them, sorry, this motherfucker is closed down, on strike, Jack, and we're whistling this over.
Why doesn't the strike committee add some of our demands, like ending ROTC? How?
You want to off ROTC. All you have to do is go down to the ROTC building, take a bottle, fill it full of gasoline, plug it with a rag.
Yeah, man, but what if you want to end sociology?
Listen, man, a whole top cocktail is a mixture of gasoline and kerosene. White radical is a mixture of bullshit and jive. Right on.
You know, I don't have to prove my revolutionary credentials to you. You know, there's a lot of white students who are already out on the streets fighting just like you guys do in the ghetto. And, you know, there's a lot of unhappy, dissatisfied white people who are potential revolutionaries.
Y'all dealing with things that are really irrelevant. Because you going back to the same thing, you know, you get busted for grass, and that makes you a revolutionary. Now, when them kids keep busting you on your head, so you're kicking down your door, stopping you from living, when you can't get a job, you can't go to school, you can't eat, that's what makes you a revolutionary. That's why black people are, like you say, in another bag.
No, you know, we're talking about talking to white students. I think we understand, a lot of us have understood what makes black people revolutionaries, but what's going to make white people revolutionaries? I mean, you know, and that's what you discuss about
the same goddamn things that make black people revolutionaries.
But it's not happening the same way.
You just wait, it will happen. You don't have to do anything to instigate it. What you can do is prevent it, or you can break it down, and you can do something. But I mean, this country is going pell-mell into fascism. I mean, the pigs are on the campus now. Next, what do you want them? Sitting up in the classroom? You want them in your door? You want them standing on the street every time you
No,
walk
but
out.
their
Want to see
kids
a
are
train
not
out?
on
You
the
have to
line.
wait till you get to that to be revolutionary.
Now, what we're saying is this school is going to close down, period. There ain't nobody coming in this school unless they come at their own risk. And once they decide they want their school back open, they're going to open it on our terms, period. Is that simple?
Why stop the students that want to go? I mean...
Because they're in our way, because they prevent us from getting what we deserve. We have tried all other means. We've negotiated, we've pleaded, we've written programs, we've done this. We haven't got anything. All right, we say, now you
Hello, I'm the programmer. With the age of 14, me and a friend of mine programmed a game called Patriot. Protagonist of the game is a Viet Cong called Chang, who's jumping through levels, killing American soldiers. Technically, the game is a Super Mario clone. After we're working on this project for almost 1 year. And after we had realized the technical issues, namely the programming the game engine and the level editor, we stopped working on the project. There was no particular reason for that. I think exploring the technical issues was kind of enough for us.